Alrighty. Again, this is all in my website. The whole thing about supersets, giant sets, drop sets, anything. You can just go to the health and information tips on the link in my website, and you should be able to read up on everything. Not just workout related things, but just literally everything. And I update it once a week with new content. So there will always be something new that you can follow along. If any new research is found, I'll test it out, I'll do my own research on it, and then I'll put it on my site if I feel like it's beneficial to everyone. But let me just explain the whole workout thing with supersets, drop sets, giant sets, which are incorporated in my program. So let's start off with supersets. What a superset is like I mentioned before, you would have exercise 1 have 1A be barbell bench press and 1B be dumbbell pullovers, like I said. So for 1A, you would finish off your bench press, rack it, and immediately go do dumbbell pullovers without any rest time. So it's literally, you're really burning out. You're activating a muscle hypertrophy, and just burning out the whole time. No rest times. And once you're done with both of those exercises is when you can take your break. So what supersets are good for is really pushing in a lot of blood to the muscles, okay? And what that does is rip the actin and myosin muscle fibers, which then allow your muscles to recover and grow. I know it seems like a lot of bro science, really, but I mean, if you research it, if you do more scientific research, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. You can also go to the health and fitness, the health and information tab on my website that explains it all in more scientific terms. But trying to explain it right now live, it's going to be bro science. But yeah, it's superset is just 2 exercises, finish both, take a rest period of 30-45 seconds, hit it again, both of them, rest, hit it again, rest, depending on how many sets you're doing. Let's see, a drop set would be you're doing an exercise, for example, tricep pushdowns on a machine. So what you're going to do is, it's a drop set, so you're going to put a relatively large amount of weight, so the bottom stack, say you'll do 2 reps of that, and then immediately drop it as 2 pins. So you're lowering the weight, but you're doing 4 reps now. So it's a drop set in weight, increasing reps. And for drop set, most of the time you're doing 5 rounds. 5 sets of 5 rounds. So you're hitting it for 2 reps, dropping the weight, 4 reps, dropping the weight, 6 reps, dropping the weight, 8 reps, dropping the weight, 10 reps. And that's 1 set. And after you're done with 1 set, you have nothing in you. So you need about a 1 to 2 minute break to fully recuperate. But it kicks ass. I'm telling you, you'll get the biggest pump out of it. You'll feel amazing. You'll feel like everything's ripping, but it's a healthy tear of the muscle. It's something you really want if you're trying to grow your muscle fibers. If you're trying to, for example, cardio lift, which is something I do. I do cardio when I'm cutting, but I feel like my favorite thing to do if I'm trying to cut down on body fat and gain cardiovascular fitness is I do drop sets, I do supersets, I do giant sets throughout my whole workout. And by the end of it, I am drenched in sweat. My heart rate's off the roof, and I feel like it's not as stagnant or boring as doing cardio. It's a whole different genre of lifting, I guess. But yeah, so I think I explained what a drop set is. So same exercise, dropping the weight, increasing the reps for about 5 rounds. 4 or 5 rounds, totally depends on you, how you're feeling. And then what do we have? Giant sets. So what a giant set is basically a massive superset. So instead of just doing 2 exercises, you'd be doing 4 exercises back to back to back to back to back. So for example, on leg day, I think I have a workout day for legs where you are doing leg press for 15-20 reps, just one set. You do that, and then you go do leg extensions for 12-15 reps. You get off that, go do hamstring curls for 12 to 15 reps. You get off that and then go do calf extensions for 30 reps. I don't know. That would be considered one set. So it's a giant set. You're hitting absolutely every muscle in your legs, burning out, taking a minute rest tops, and hitting it again. So it's a lot of exercises and not too much of a rest time. So you're burning out. It's not for strength building or anything like that. It's more for activating muscle hypertrophy and cutting. But yeah, that's basically all the things you need to know: the superset, the drop set, and the giant sets. And then, of course, there's just regular lifting, where you just do an exercise, you take 30 seconds off, you hit the same exercise for a different set. Progressive training, which is basically you just do a set, say bench press of, I don't know, 135, 10 reps. Rack it back up, take 45 seconds, add 5 pounds on each side, your second set, hit that, rack it. So just normal lifting. So normal lifting, and then we have eccentric lifting, which is, say for barbell bench again, instead of lowering and going back up, what you're doing is big amount of weight, have a spotter. Don't do eccentric without a spotter. You fight it. So say you're doing 225 on a bench, fight it all the way down, and then your spotter brings it back up for you. And then you go back down, controlling the weight the whole time. Once you're down here, you let your spotter bring you back up and keep fighting it. So we're going to do those. We're going to do regular lifting, supersets, drop sets, giant sets, just a bunch of different things you guys might not have heard of before, but will really come into play when you're trying to reach your goals. And again, if you don't push yourself in the gym, trust me, you can take a lot more than you think. You just gotta push. You gotta be the hardest worker in the gym, really. Hardest worker in the gym. Keep up with your nutrition, proper amounts of sleep, and stay with it. And I guarantee you, in 3 months, you are going to have a completely different look, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So just stay with it, guys. Again, any questions you may have, email me. Go to my website, check it out. If you have anything you want to see on my website, ask me via direct message on Instagram, on Snapchat. You can email me, leave a message on the website. It goes directly to my email as well. Whatever you need, just let me know. Okay?